every team's wildest uniforms of all time in the NFL, officially posted by the NFL. Facts before we get into the video.
Make sure you smash the subscribe or follow button. Hype up this video.
Let's go.
Look, the logo. Steelers logo.
Was it there?
Yeah, look, it's in the corner.
Oh. Yeah, that's mad.
Throwbacks.
Yeah, just came on for a second.
Color rush. Whatever you want to call this.
Oh.
These are the most tragic uniforms in NFL history.
This will be interesting.
What up, everybody? I'm Colleen Wolfe, and this is NFL Follies. So NFL uniforms have come a long way since professional football's inception, but for every classic or fresh new stunner, there are some absolute bombs.
I'm speechless.
No, that was terrible.
We got to do better than that now.
And listen, we're going through all of the teams, so hold your applause or your anger until the very end. All right, let's go. In 2009, it was a super limited edition Lime Time in Seattle. The Seahawks wore these monsters once and then retired
My
them
God,
forever.
the green is ugly.
Color rush. We'll get to those a little bit later.
Carson Wentz in the roller derby.
Guys, what is a color rush? Because that looked very bright, and I've seen a few of you guys saying color rush with sick face. What is a color rush jersey? Never heard of that term before.
New commander outfit thingy. It's the best I can do to describe it.
The first black uniforms in franchise history, and Carson Wentz called them sharp? No, no one believes that. Not even Carson Wentz. Big Blue opting for a big red moment. One that couldn't end soon enough. I guess the Giants decided everyone should just wear non-contact jerseys.
This is our chance to turn around right now.
I respect the strategy, but the Giants retired these eyesores after going 1-3 in them.
Could you finish your career with another team?
I would look so different and probably so stank in any other uniform.
I'm with Emmett on this because every time I see him in red and white, my brain just breaks. But if we're talking worst unis, it's these 1994 children's soccer jerseys.
Oh my God.
From 2002 to 2010, the Bills wore these Identity Crisis Edition jerseys.
That doesn't look good.
So it's
Man said it straight. That don't look good, man. We had better. We thought it would look better on the field, but it don't.
true what they say. Look bad, play bad. But hey, things are looking good now.
I like the color.
I don't see nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, I like the color.
Yeah.
Like low key, I do like the color.
What a day, what a day. Love it.
This league has been around for over 100 years, so there's a lot of history to celebrate. Sometimes history is beautiful, like the Chargers' powder blues or the Eagles' Kelly green. But sometimes history is super busted. So let's talk throwbacks.
Uh-oh, let's go. Now it gets
A
exciting.
franchise like the Bears has a ton to choose from, but the time they honored their first ever uniform from 1920 by dressing up in what appears to be costumes from Any Given Sunday was probably their worst. Excuse me, the worst.
Those were ugly, I'll say.
That looks like a referee's.
Yeah, like a referee top rather than a player's top.
Yeah, it's
The
giving
hell?
referee vibes.
Just a brown version.
Yeah.
That oldie but a hoodie.
Let's do it.
There they are.
The same
I wouldn't wear those.
These are throwouts,
And look
not
good in them.
throwbacks.
Oh, Denver, brown and yellow should be a crime. Let's all hope these Brock atrocities never return again.
They were so unpopular, fans burned them in 1962. I'm not kidding.
And the bonus I didn't know I needed, a referee barbershop quartet. What a day to be at Mile High.
Wow.
The Packers green and gold is so iconic that every time they put on throwbacks, it just seems like something ain't right. This is an instance where less is more just doesn't work at all. If I must speak ill of the Eagles, I guess I'll go with their 1934 throwbacks where their helmets kind of look like a failed art project.
I hope they throw them back in the closet.
Hey guys, did you know the original colors?
They're hideous. Look at that. Like, it has potential on the blue, but the way it's on the helmet, like, you could do so much better than that. You could have thought about that.
Worn by the Eagles were inspired by the colors of the Swedish national flag. Did you know that?
High school, yeah, that's what it is, high school. With the fake Michigan helmets. It's an awful day to be a Philadelphia Eagle.
It's the allocation of the color, not the color itself, in my opinion. It's like how they put it on. Weird.
Hey, Hey, whoa, not so fast, buddy. Philly won that game.
I like the jersey though. The jersey's nice.
You like it?
Yeah.
I have no opinion on it. It's not bad.
Yeah, I think I like the jersey.
I just don't
It's
like
nice
the helmet. I think it's the
colours
helmet that's
together.
the issue, man.
6-21, and then shot those jerseys into the sun. So that was
It's that bit. Look at that. This chunk. It just looks odd.
Yeah.
It don't sit right. They could have made that sleek.
a fine day to be an Eagle.
Remember the Titans, baby? We the real Titans, you know what I'm saying? We the real
That helmet's
The
nice.
Jets honored the AFL's New York Titans by wearing these Titanic disasters. Gangrene, just stick with green. The Saints unis always rank among the best, but these throwback yellow pants just don't hit like the golds.
I don't think they're too bad.
They look better in photos.
No, Mike, they really don't. In 2014, the Steelers buzzed around
That
in
is
these
butters.
iconically bad B jerseys for a game, but these get-ups from 1994, which were a throwback to 1933, are giving serious Knights of the Round Table vibe.
They're hideous. That was probably the ugliest one I've seen out of the whole video, in my personal opinion.
No, I think the referee one.
Okay, that was really bad.
Yeah, I think that was
I think
bad.
they're matching with how
Yeah.
butters they are.
Yeah.
For a franchise that's had the same uniform since Super Bowl I,
They look good.
it's hard to pick a loser, but rocking the state of Texas on your helmet is less than ideal.
What's wrong
The
with that?
Raiders don't really have a bad
I
jersey
thought they looked
either,
sick.
so if I'm being really picky, I'm going to go with this throwback logo they wore in 2009. Add Jamarcus Russell under
That's
the
not
helmet,
bad.
and we've got a winner.
She said if she's being nitpicky, so it's like, because they don't really have bad ones, so they're trying to be nitpicky on certain
Oh,
teams to
so-
find something to talk about.
Yeah. And chat saying that the Texas one, they're not from Texas.
Oh, was it?
That's probably why. why I've got
okay.
Texas
Thank you,
in there.
chat. That makes sense.
So the current Falcons jerseys are a little too modern for my taste.
The ombre gradient is just not
Oh,
working
that
for me,
gradient. That's
but I gotta
interesting.
I
go
like it.
That's
There's
interesting.
the awkward white stripe on the sleeve, and then those numbers.
No, that's not
Just can't
bad.
escape. Not those little ones on the shoulders. These ones. You just can't see that jersey and think of anything other than disappointment.
I don't think they're that bad.
Gold and purple works like magic for LSU, the Lakers, and the Vikings, but not so much for the 2015 Ravens. It definitely doesn't help that they're going up against the crisp Chiefs white on white in this matchup either.
White on white is sick, though.
The
Wrong
Bengals
sport to
got
get
us
muddy.
all excited about the white helmets this year, but they have a history of questionable wardrobe decisions, like that time they dressed up as the Cleveland Browns from 1968 to 1980.
What?
Speaking of, remember when the Browns had their team name stretched down their pant leg? Well, the first team to ever do it should definitely be the last.
What do you think of that? So the name was stretched down the leg.
Well, the first
Look.
team to ever
Can you see that? Browns, it's behind this. So
I don't see nothing wrong with that.
she said it should be the last team that does it
Yeah, but that's like saying Adidas shouldn't say Adidas down their leg.
because they have it all the time.
Yeah, everyone does it.
I don't think it's bad.
I don't see nothing wrong with it.
do it should definitely be the last.
I think a lot of these are like her being super picky. Orange is ugly.
Oh my gosh.
Tough to knock unis from a Super Bowl
They
year,
don't like orange.
but those stars were even too big for prime time.
That looks sick though. It's very loud, but it's like the Cowboys, I believe, got a lot of like stars and stuff. That's their thing.
Yeah.
So I get it. It is very loud though.
Yeah.
Would you make the stars smaller?
The stars?
Yeah, the stars specifically.
I think it's fine. I think it's just very, I don't know.
It's an awkward one.
I think it's not that deep. It's just,
I
think it's fine.
I'm not a big fan of it, but I get it.
Yeah.
Just because it's a popular trend doesn't mean it's going to work for you. Not every team needs a black alternate jersey. Although that hasn't stopped current line Amon-Ra St. Brown from chasing his black uni dream. Do you, Amon-Ra?
Oh, he wants black
The
outfit.
Texans debuted their battle red helmets this year.
That is
A lot of
sick.
people had opinions about it. Are you one of them? You can leave a
Bro, that's a nice helmet. What's wrong with that? It looks a bit motorbikey, but I think that's sick.
I like the red.
Yeah, the red is.
It's given like ruby.
Yeah, like emerald red.
Yeah, I love it.
I think that's nice.
Yeah.
Battle red helmets this year. A lot of people had opinions about it. Are you one of them? You can leave a comment in the section. If not, we'll just keep it moving. But once upon a time, the Texans went a little too red, like Kool-Aid Man red.
Really?
I think Peyton Manning's face says it all. Coincidence he signed with the Broncos the next season? I think not.
That's scary.
Oh my God, look at the weather.
You might want to turn down the brightness on your screen. It's about to get real loud with color in here. It's what you've all been waiting for, Color Rush.
And it should be noted that in the first ever Color Rush game between the Jets and Bills.
That's pretty bright. Look at that. Look at that.
And it should be noted that in the first ever Color
It looks like Haribo men running at each other.
Yeah.
Like.
Yeah, it looks like Haribo, you're right.
Rush game between the Jets and Bills, they
That's
went all
kinda
red
mad.
versus
Oh my
all
gosh.
green. But for those with color blindness, it didn't look so great.
Oh.
But you live and you learn.
These overwhelmingly blue Panthers unis are not their best, but to be fair,
That's
Camden
bright.
can make anything look good.
A lack of execution.
The Color Rush orange creamsicles might not be so bad if they weren't completely ripping off their fellow Floridians in Tampa. They wore them once, lost, and were never to be seen again.
Don't adjust your TV sets. Those are the alternative uniforms of the San Francisco 49ers. Black and red, player and fan inspired.
Oh.
Something about seeing the Niners in black just doesn't add up. Like their record in the years they wore them when they went 13-30.
Bro, black and red's nice. What do you think of, look, Fats' headphones black and red. Like,
Yeah,
it's a
my
colour
headphones look good.
It's a colour that works.
Yeah,
It does
I
work
like
together.
black and red. I don't see nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
I think it's quite stylish, in my opinion.
Yeah, same.
35. In one of the first Color Rush games ever.
Look at the helmet. Okay, the helmet looks out of place.
Yeah, the helmet doesn't suit the uniform.
It's not a bad helmet, it just don't suit
Yeah.
at all.
I think it should be black and red as well.
Yeah, they should have just made that black and red.
13-35. In one of the first Color Rush games ever, the Titans, they made some
That looks nice though. You know the blue with the white helmet. That, in my opinion,
Yeah,
works.
I like that tone of blue as well.
It's
pretty.
nice.
decisions. And not all decisions are good ones. But they won the game, and their unis were completely overshadowed by their opponents. Which brings us to Jacksonville.
The
Love
Jags.
them or hate them, the Jaguars 2015 Color Rush mustards are iconic.
Ugh.
But when your own quarterback says, I think
I don't like that.
Mustard.
That was horrible.
they're ugly as hell, it ain't good.
Oh. Dirty that one.
Two-tone helmet, little black in the front, little gold in the back.
Those helmets were terrible. They were just as bad as the Buccaneers' digital numbers.
Well, thanks for the setup, Kyle. When the Buccaneers debuted these jerseys, they said it was a culmination of 2 years of research.
Huh?
2 years.
2 years
in the
to
lab
develop that.
To create digital alarm clock jersey numbers? Everyone has trouble
goodness.
figuring out who they are when they get
Rams.
to Hollywood. And the Rams, they were no different when they moved back from St. Louis. It's the white ram horns that do it for me. Let's just be happy they finally found themselves.
I don't like that colorway.
Oh, that is ugly.
Yeah.
That's one ugly mother.
Yeah.
We world champions!
With so many amazing Chargers uniforms to choose from, it was just such a bummer to see Rivers, Tomlinson, and Gates look so blah in navy blue. Boltman must have been so sad.
Is that their mascot, Boltman?
Hey, just in case you can't see the giant logo on our helmet, how about we put even bigger logos on our shoulders? Great idea.
Those logos
the
are big on the
Vikings
shoulders.
all-purple combo, the pants, the jerseys, the helmets, was dubbed Primetime Purple. But just because you have a cool nickname doesn't mean you actually look cool.
I like that.
I think that's sick.
I like the purple.
It's strong,
Nice.
but it's not bad at
Yeah,
all.
and it goes well with the white.
Mm.
I really like it.
That's it.
Okay.
Very interesting.
Nice.
The most butters one was the mustard one.
Yeah.
The one that, the bumblebee one. And then the last Rams, was it Rams? Or whoever that was? The yellowy, weird. Yeah, I'm not a fan of those three.
Yeah.